Now, let's talk about what has been happening after what you guys did. You guys overcame with everybody that was involved with the citizenship, the Samoan, well, the New Zealand citizenship for Samoans born between the years that I mentioned before. Congratulations on that, because I haven't spoken to you before on it. How hard was that?
Well, it was a long battle. If we go back to the beginning, right? In 1982, the Privy Council, New Zealand's highest court, ruled that the Samoans born between 1924 and 49 were British subjects, nationals, and automatically became New Zealand citizens.
Yes.
That was accepted at the Privy Council decision. When it came back to New Zealand, Rob Muldoon and the National Party threw it out. And the opposition supported them. And there was a lot of debate at the time. And one of those debates, and it's in the Hansard, is Helen Clark herself said to them, "Why are you so concerned about the possibility of 100,000 Samoans coming tomorrow when 15 or so million Australians can come tomorrow as well? What's your problem?"
Yeah.
But anyway, they stuck to it, and they made us walk in the desert for 42 years, right? Waiting. I got involved when I went to Parliament in 96, and in 97 I called the Dr. George Barton, who was the lead on this thing, to come and address the National Party caucus, telling them, "You guys have got this wrong, you've got to sort it out." Meant nothing to them, and let it go. So that's when the campaign that I started in Auckland with the rest of our team. We had a most singing group then. We had some strong support in Samoa with Maiava Kota, yeah, and Ituau. They say it's coming Ituau.
Yeah.
That was the days when we marched in Samoa with huge numbers of people, right? And today, it's hard for me to accept when I look back and see the faces of those people.
Yeah.
Who were determined to get something. They've gone. They're not alive anymore.
Yeah.
Because now it's come through. There's only a small number.
Yeah.
But they fought the battle when they walked with us. And that's why I keep on saying this belongs to all of us who fought so hard for this. And yes, we got it in the end, right?
Yeah.
But we got 80%, not quite what I wanted. However, the one last thing that I'm still trying to sort out is this. The Privy Council said, women born after the 1st of January 1949 who were married to somebody born between 24 and 49 had the same entitlements. They are a legitimate married couple. The New Zealand government still refuses to accept that, and I am still doing that battle with them because they are wrong. It's against all humanitarian rights to turn around and try to say a married couple is not one unit. They've got a lot to learn, but we'll get there.
So, in your opinion, why is the government delaying this? Is justice delayed?
It is. And their argument, they can file an application through this process. I said, what for? Why do we have to waste time applying and paying fees for this? It should just be automatic.
Yeah.
And so I have a lawyer working on this specifically to take this case through the court system if we have to. If they don't see, they have to change this. And all these things that I actually am fighting for on behalf of our people with my team is doable.
Yeah.
It's a stroke of the pen. They can fix this. It doesn't have to go through any process. But they deliberately try and do this to frustrate us.
Yeah.
And so all they're doing really is picking up anger amongst ourselves and looking for how we're going to do this. And they seem to think we can't afford to do this. Well, we will do it. We've done it in the past and we will do it again. So, I've got a very small team who are determined. I have Makarita Epati. I have who actually works supporting things like this. And I've got Tupasina Lanuola and Maiava Kota and ET as part of my team.
Yep.
And this is the small team that's driving this, but that doesn't mean the team ends there. No, we are just the drivers. The rest is everybody's. And we must remember that.
Why are you so passionate about this, Anae?
I guess my passion is I just don't like the way we have been treated for too long. I've lived in this country for 75 years and I've seen a lot of stuff happen.
Yeah.
And I've been through the middle of that stuff myself, the way I've been treated.
Yes.
And I think there's no justice for New Zealanders to do this. As I've said, we came in the 40s to build this country.
Yes.
We manned those factories to build New Zealand. We did our bit. We stood alongside New Zealand in the time of war and lost our lives just like New Zealanders. We have proved time and time and time again There is nothing in this country we can't do. Nothing. We have put New Zealand at center stage of the world of our achievements in sports, in opera, in acting. You name it, we have done it. And as far as anything else, look, last week, Te Anae Pati made the first Pacific King's Council.
Yes.
We've done it. Her father became the first Pacific judge.
Yep.
Aoauli Pati. And then you look across many other aspects of New Zealand. There is not one thing a Pacific person can't do. All I've always said, you give people the opportunity and we'll show you what we can do, and we have done. So stop trying to block us. And I'm pretty angry about all the stuff, and I'm sorry it comes through that way, but I won't accept it. I don't give a damn. I haven't got long to go, but I want to make sure it's done before they take me away.
Well, it's really good to hear somebody that's really passionate, not just for our Samoan community. This links to what you are working on now with Pacific Justice. Tell us a little bit about Pacific Justice, how it was born and how it came about.
Okay. It came about because we were having a discussion of how we're going to push this forward. And the fact is, we had the Mosi that was for Samoa. But this one here is for the Pacific. And so I'm saying we put a Pacific Justice to make sure the Pacific people are dealt with justice, with respect, with dignity. Because, they forget. New Zealand, we've looked at as the matriarch, our matriarch, right? Yes. New Zealand is where all our families live. We are the closest neighbors. You can't continue to block us out. And the one thing that really irks me was I hear the number of poor families who have a file of love with a death in the family, they can't even come to the funeral.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, I wrote to the minister, and these are the words I said to her. I says, you wear these shoes. Your mother's died. Your father's died. Your brother or sister has died. Or worse, your child has died. And you can't come to the funeral. Where do you stand with that? She hasn't even had the courtesy to address that. And that was put to the Prime Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister, to the Minister of Immigration, and the two associate ministers. And nobody has come back to try and answer that question. Because they know they're caught on it. They have no answer. But they keep on hiding behind overstaying. That's the only ammunition they got against us.
Now, recently, Anae, I heard a list of the top countries that are top overstayers in New Zealand. Yes. And I'm so happy to say we're not the top one. We're number 4.
Well, 4 is bad enough. I'm glad you said that, because you know what? I've got one word to all our Pacific people on that list.
Yep.
Fix your problem. Fix this problem, because your problem of deliberately overstaying is creating a problem for us.
Yes.
But I did write to the minister and I said, you know what? We have a lot of our people that are overstaying here. It is not their fault. It is not their fault. It is not the people that are here's fault that's caused the problem. It's the smart aleck families that are around saying, we can fix this and we can fix this and we can fix this.
Yep.
Right? So I said, this is the problem we have. We have some scoundrels, I'll call, who act on behalf of people, take money off them and do nothing.
Absolutely.
Right? And then these people become overstayers because their paperwork has not been filed or actioned. And I said to the minister, you can't blame these people.
Yes.
New Zealand's immigration consultants are registered.
Yep.
So if an application comes through to you from somebody, your first thing is to check the person making the application. Are they registered? Yes or no? If they're not registered, send the application back and say, we don't accept this. That will then protect the person whose name's on the application. Yes. So this is what's happening to all our communities, why the number is high. They have entrusted themselves to somebody else who has failed them. Right? That's why it happens. And I know what it's like to trust people who fail you. It just blows everything apart. Luckily, she came back and she said, yes, we're right. We're going to fix that. So now, and I hope our people will take this on board, don't go to people who are not registered as a client, as a registered immigration consultant for the government, because all you're doing is wasting your money.
Yep.
They will disappear with your money. You don't even know if they're filed. But this huge number of overstays is created by that type of action. And the thing I say, when they say you got to go, go. So one of the arguments in the back of my head that this morning after talking with another national member of parliament,
Yep.
I want to be able to say to the New Zealand government, the Pacific people, I think, have been wrongly charged of overstaying because people who acted on their behalf failed them.
Absolutely.
Right? And then I'm saying they need to think that these people must go home. I'll accept that without penalty.
Yep.
Right? That's the key.
Yep.
Go home now without penalty, which means you can now apply and come back legitimately if you get through.
Yes.
That's what I want. And I think we have to pursue that. And that's something in the back of my mind that the Pacific Justice will talk about, and we will put that paper forward for that.
Now, what have you lined up? What have you worked with your committee, everybody that's involved in this, and how many countries are behind the Pacific Justice?
I can tell you that every Pacific leader supports what we're doing. I've talked to them. I went in June to Fiji and met the Melanesian group, totally supportive.
Yep.
What has happened, someone I trusted to fix a QR code for us failed. The QR code we were using failed. And when I found that out, we have a new QR code now. And just this morning, I've been in connection with the High Commissioners in Wellington to see if they can get their newspapers in their countries to support what we're doing with a free one-page ad that I can put in the new QR code and our plea to vote now so we can get the numbers there that we need. Irrespective of that, we will present this petition.
Yes.
Hopefully by the end of November after it closes. Whether we've got 1 or 1 million signatures, I'm not concerned. This has to go forward. We want the New Zealand government to look at this. I'm hoping it goes to a select committee process where the first reading will pass, and I'm sure we'll have enough people to pass this to that. Because as we learned with the Samoan citizenship, when it went to the second reading, for the first time they heard the voices of our people and how they've had to put up with the judgment that was given against them. At the end, the committee themselves were in tears when they heard their stories. And what happened in the end? We had 100% support out of New Zealand politicians for the Samoan case. And I am sure at the end of the day, they will listen to us. As I said, 1.65 billion people can enter New Zealand. Why are you locking out the less than 16 million Pacific people? You justify that to me because you can't.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of...
It's massive.
A massive number.
Massive. They just walk and fly at the airport, boom, you're okay, 3 months. And some of them overstay, so what's the problem? And let's face it, let's go backwards. Let's go back to the dawn rates.
And the sad
what
thing,
do they do?
The sad thing about it is, I got nothing against Australians, but when they come over, they're treated as Kiwis.
They get everything. You know what happened? I remember this damn thing. This happened when I was in Parliament, right? The Australians made an issue about third party entering Australia via New Zealand. Okay, so the Asian countries came to New Zealand, spent 3 years, and then went to Australia as New Zealanders. That's what happened.
Wow.
And so they changed the rules, and they said, no, anybody come here has all these rules. And yet, they can come here and get everything. Everything. But we can't.
That
was a mistake. That was a mistake. I said, if it asked me, I would have said, yes, anybody who's an import like me, who comes in here wants to go to Australia, I can be bound by those rules. But New Zealand-born people, they are New Zealanders. Treat us as brothers and sisters we're supposed to be. That fell on deaf ears then too.
Wow.
But, I wasn't concerned to carry that fight, but I'm only interested in our communities in the Pacific getting treated correctly. And that's what this fight's all about.
All right. Now, I believe you've got a meeting with our community leaders and, of course, everybody that's interested to hear more about this coming up this week. Yes,
on Wednesday night, 15th, 6 p.m. at Te Puke Otara Hall. We're having a meeting to start a dialogue with our communities and help them to access and make their votes. It's becoming a high-pressure thing for us. We've got 4 weeks to get some numbers up, right? And the sad thing personally is every Pacific person supports this, every one of them. But we haven't been able to get those votes into the system to count. That's why I say I really don't care about numbers at the end of the day, because I know from my discussions right through the Pacific and our people, everybody wants this to be sorted out. I mean, our people can't come for a funeral. That's what I put on her hand. Yeah. Why? How would you like to wear these shoes? And we have we have Pacific things that happen every day. We can't afford to be blocked out, and we shouldn't be blocked out. But I do say this very strongly to all our people.
Yep.
You are the ones who create the overstaying.
Mm.
And today we are all paying for it because of that.
Mm.
And we have to stand together as a community and tell everybody that comes, don't overstay.
Yes.
You overstay and you're stuffing it up for everybody who wants to come tomorrow.
Mm.
That has to stop. And from New Zealand's government's perspective, they're saying you sort that out. Because if this is going to continue, we won't support you.
Mm.
So, this is a quid pro quo. Both sides have an equal game to play here. And that's what we've got to start understanding and realizing. And for all those pokos who says, I can do this and I can do this and I can do this. Yeah, right. That's what we got. Your result. I can do this. We've got overstaying numbers, mate.
That's right. So 6 p.m. at Te Puke in Otara this coming Wednesday, and everybody needs to go and like your Pacific Justice page on Facebook?
Yes, absolutely.
Is there a number that people can reach you on, Anae?
Well, come through the email and the thing. Otherwise, my phone will be jammed. It'll blow up.
Well, thank you very much for the insights to what Pacific Justice is all about, Anae. We wish you all the best, and I'm pretty sure a lot of our people will be joining you on this coming Wednesday at Te Puke in Otara. Final words for everybody that's watching and listening?
Look, first of all, I want to say thank you very much for this opportunity. It's been hard for me to try and reach out, and our group are trying extremely hard. In 2 or 3 weeks, they've done a huge work to get this up. And to our people, especially our Samoan, ko kele ka ko le overstayer. O mo mena la ngā lefa le ko ka ko me sila. We ka kaunga ka ko vai konga men ngi.
Yeah.
Wa a fai al kupu men ngi overstayer. O mena ngā lefa o ngā sila against us. We need to put that aside. We need to address it. We need to say how.
I got one question, sorry, Anae.
Yeah.
What about our people outside of Auckland? Will there be other seminars, or what's going to happen?
Yeah, that's a difficult one. I'd love to be able to do that. It's very, very hard. The time is so difficult.
Yeah.
So le mga e whaonga, ko le kio ma, our communication networks to reach out.
Yeah.
And we will get a thing where we will put the new QR code in with an explanation. So, for example, I was talking to Jean Malika of the Observer half an hour ago, and says we needed to get our people in Samoa and our young people to help our older people access the QR code and make that vote. Back in 2003, we presented a petition to the New Zealand government of 100,000 names, mainly out of Samoa, and that was the work that Mayava and her team did in Samoa. We can all do this again.
Yes.
The frustration for me personally, I paid my airfare and stayed in the hotel twice to go to Samoa to meet with the Pulungu'us, because that's where the strength is.
Yes.
If the Pulungu'us and Mafutanga Kinga had taken these forms and filled them, we would have had the numbers. Unfortunately, the CEO of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, she blocked me.
Really?
She blocked me twice. And she said, and I said to them, look, I'm not a government coming in to negotiate with you. I'm not a big international company coming to negotiate with you. I'm a Samoan that's coming here trying to help our people. Why are you blocking me?
And?
They didn't want to know. Nothing happened.
Wow.
So I've got no time for those people, honestly. They have blocked the opportunity of our own people because they're ignorant. Full stop.
Well, Anae, we take our hats off to you for working hard behind the scenes. Even though you could have been in Rarotonga or Fiji or even in Samoa, tipping your toes into the ocean, but here you are still working at 75 years young. Wow.
No, I'll be 80 this year, mate.
Wow.
Can you beat that?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm running out of time, I guess.
Oh, my goodness. Well, Anae, may the Lord keep you, give you more strength to fight for our people. And we wish you all the best. And we'll spread the word and send us that QR code so that everybody can register online to help the cause, because it is really important for the New Zealand government to hear not just us Samoans, but every other Pacific Island country. As you mentioned before, 16 countries is behind this. Billions is not the same as a few millions, as you mentioned. So thank you very much for working hard for Samoa and the Pacific, and we wish you all the best.
They love it. Much appreciated.
Ja, mo du wile den yaso o le fionga ya anai afa anai pe ona mai mo ma fa funga te le tanto tu o lo o taula mua il fa mo le o le Pacific Justice la le menta o le Pacific Justice o le mai fa tasi le o tu o le Pacifica o lo to tele tangata o lo o vaula tu aso o lo no fo fa soli tu la fono i tono New Zealand ya e ma failea ona tu fa tasi o tanto langona ya ma saini le tanto petition o le tanto fa mo moile if you awudan tu le malo po le pa le New Zealand